Thank you for being up there. Thank you for being there. Sage, I love your free spirit and the way you love to worship God. I know it's been through some days where we all have, but you still love it. Haley, it's been a short time that I've known you, but I've appreciated the short time that we've had. You also have a way of worshiping our free spirit. I love that about you. Yeah. We're going to the ramp. We're not going together, but we're going to the ramp. And I know God is going to move us while we're there. And He's got great things for you. Damn. Woo. You got this boldness about you, this strength, and that's from nobody but God. And then you also have this sweet side. I know God has things for you. The other four, Tristan, you have about the same. You also have that strength, but you also have this sweet side, and you love people, and that's enough from God. Jessica, still on the crutch. You have this joy about you, this joy for everyone, for not just yourself. Even if things aren't going great around you, you still have that joy. I thank you for giving me that. Thank you. Mr. Keeler. You were by far one of the coolest guys I know. Yeah. You have this way of touching everyone in your life when you just speak to them. And you know that. Love you, man. Right. And it seemed like yesterday we were in the basement playing video games till the sun came up. Just talking about life. It was. Probably was. And,
that was middle school, Preston.
Middle school was?
Yeah.
That was yesterday.
And now you're doing big things, you're making music for celebrity, man. God has great things for you, and I know you won't stop until you fulfill those things, God. Amen. It's like my mother. She doesn't always get the recognition she deserves. But we wouldn't be able to do this without you. She's here during the practices, getting the stuff, everything we need, all the props, everything. So the words, I mean, the enemy, he messes with us just about every time, getting these messed up, who cares? But thank you. You are. Daddy. Thank you for being who you are and showing me who I have to be. And for both of y'all for being the parents, the loving parents that you are, and showing me how a marriage is supposed to work. Thank you all for that. Don't know why I did that before my message. Don't know. So, back to the message. We always have an outlining theme, and this one is being 100% sold out to Christ. And when I think about being sold out to Christ, you may not always think about it, but I think one of the greatest things you have to do is to seek Him. And in Matthew 6:33, it says, "Seek first the kingdom of God above all else, and life righteously, and He will give you everything you desire." Amen. One of the translations of seek is to demand something from someone, to crave Him. I love that word, crave. We crave so many things, but not all the time do we crave God. He wants us to demand that we demand Him in us. And He wants us to demand that we have a better relationship with Him each and every day. And He wants us to seek Him and crave Him more and more each day. If we would just crave Him. He wants us to demand or crave that He moves in us, while we demand that He fuels our flame. But we make it out to be, we as Christians, we make it out to be this hard, drawn-out thing, when it's so simple. It's so simple. A guy at the ramp told us Christianity isn't a bunch of no's. It's not saying no to alcohol, not saying no to sex, or all the temptations that the devil throws at you. It's the one yes. It's the one yes. It's the one yes. Saying, God, yes, I know I've fallen short of your glory. I've fallen short of what you have for me. But yes, I accept that your grace that I don't deserve, I accept that. I accept that for you. And then after that, it's so simple. All we have to do is crave Him. It's crave Him. And after that, all we have to do is walk in Him, have a relationship with it, get deeper and deeper every day. And if we could just, us guys, we see a girl has interest in us. And so we jump after that, like that. Or people, they go crazy for a sporting event or a sporting team. And like Pastor said. And hooping and hollering. Go, Jonathan. Work. But if we would have that passion, that craving that we have for these things, for God, how simple it would be. How easy it would be. And if we all had that craving for God, how quick we would change the world. Amen. It would be so simple. But see, it's easy for us to be in God, working with, loving God, and hearing from Him and craving Him while we're at things like the Round in Honduras. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. Or hearing a message from Pastor. Or while we do these things, it's easy to feel that love, feel that fire. But the challenge is when we leave these places. We feel as though God should just fuel that flame continuously without us doing anything. It's all God. And we should feel that on fire for God 24/7, if not greater. Which we can, but us as Christians, we ride that spiritual high. And we ride it out for a little while on fire for God. Yes, great. And then we go back into our world. And there's very few, especially in school, there are very few people that are going after the things that I myself am going after. And there's so many things. Boy. But this is how God works. When we make that decision to follow God, that first conscious decision to follow God, not because your friend was doing it back in 7th, 8th grade, or you don't even know why you're up here, but you're up here. Your daddy made you come up here. Not me. I'm not saying me. If your daddy made you come up here. Yeah. When you make that conscious decision to go after God, picture your heart as a home. You bring Him in, you sit Him down on the couch. Sit Him down, brother God. When you know you got all this crap in the back, you got all this crap in the back. And you sit Him down and you start to lay before Him all the things, all the good things you've done. Oh God, remember when I brought this person to you? I led him to you, Lord. Remember when I was in Honduras feeding your people, loving them? Remember that. Remember all the times we did these youth Sundays? Remember that? That's all me, right? It's all me. We lay them out as if they're trophies to God or medals. We're in this trophy room. Knowing in the back you got all that crap. And in the back, in the crap room, I was dealing with fear of not knowing what the future was holding for me. Fearing of just different things. And if I'm not good enough, maybe God won't give me. If I don't do the right things, God won't give me those problems.
Bless Him, Lord.
And so you lay before these things, maybe He won't ask you about that back there. So when I was dealing with these things, I was, first time I went to Crystal's. And one of the first nights you're there, they bring you down to the chapel. And they say, if there's anything holding you back from God, write it down, put it on the cross, we're going to burn it later, leave it for him, don't worry about it after that. So, okay. I ran down there, bawling my eyes out. God, I give this to you. I don't want no more fear. I don't want the things that consume me that aren't of you, Lord. I don't want those things. Wrote it down, gave it to him. When I turned around, not knowing it, I didn't really, but I picked it back up, put it in my pocket, went on, rode that spiritual high for a few months. Yeah, I ain't dealing with that anymore. Go back into school, go back into the world. Well, I mean, again, aren't many people doing the same, going after the same things I am. And then I would fall back into it of a complacency of a, God, I don't know what this ain't working, man. I was what I call a 99%, not 100%, so I got a 99%. So I would look like I'm doing everything for God. You would think this person is full of sin to God, but he's got everything, but there's one little area that he hasn't given to God. And if you give the enemy one chance, he's going to take that chance. I promise you, he'll take that chance. And so I would leave that one area of God not submitted like 99% pretty good, God, right? 99%. And then it would creep in, take a minute, he'd do his thing, bam, right back at it. The first time we went to the ramp, still doing the same thing. First night, Michael Wood gave a message. He was dealing with some things that I was dealing with at the time. He said, if anybody's dealing with this, run down to the altar, give it to God, don't worry about it after that, I got it. Ran down there, bawling my eyes out. God, I give this to you. God, take it. No more of this. It's not of you. Take it. Whew. Turn back around, not knowing, pick it back up, put it in my pocket. So this time I rode that spiritual high for a good year or so. And then back into school, back into the world. Every direction somebody's pulling at you. And then this last time we went to the ramp, we went around. Same speaker, basically the same message. He said, I know there's somebody out there that's dealing with the same thing. Come down here and give it to God. He'll take care of it. So I was sitting there, I was like, man, I did this last year, man. People looking at me. I can't do it again, but I look like going down there a second time. Ran down there, bawling my eyes out. God, I give this to you. God, I give this to you. God, I give this to you. Take it. Laid it at his feet, but this time it was different. While I was bawling my eyes out, praying to God, we were in that trophy room one time. So I started to lay out the things, remember all these things, Lord. But then he said, Preston, what you got back there, man? Show me that. Aren't you tired of the altar calls? Aren't you tired of running down there bawling your eyes out? I said, yes, I'm tired of it. So I took him right there, opened the door, said, I got you. Took it from me. I'm not looking back. Amen. So now I'm in this new chapter of my life. I'm going to the ramp next year. And I know there's no way for me to, there's a way, but I'm going to be so filled with God and be surrounded by his people that there's no way for me to look away from it. Being all Alabama. And I thank you guys for accepting me for who I am, for loving me. Thank you, Pastor and Miss Shannon, for leading this place, and allowing us to do this on Sunday when I know God's giving you something to say. Yeah, always does. Thank you for allowing us to do that. Thank you for being who you are and helping me be who I am. And just thank all of you guys for coming. And I didn't put anything on the cross because I was going to tell you guys right here. But now I can speak for us all and say that we are moving forward.